Hi Virgo, so welcome back to the channel. We'll be reading your card. So the videos will be cut into two parts, and we're going first to read your reflectory card and then your present, past, and then we'll also be reading your near future or future. But the near future and future will be reading on the next videos because it will be too long. So let me just arrange the deck here real quick. But every videos we will put like a summary out of it. So this will help you, Virgo. So we have here the reflector card as a Three of Pentacles. So reading this as a reflector means this is also your current state or your what you are, or the card is viewing as you as of now. So what we have here, Three of Pentacles, showing here that you are thinking about something that you think it's out of reach. So you're viewing something and then you're thinking out of reach. And this will be your hidden card. We have here the World. Now let's see what this means. So it's showing here that you are a dreamer. Virgo here showing that you're a dreamer. Saying here that, hey, this is what I want, this is what I want in the future, this is what what I'm dreaming of. But then again, even if you're dreaming out of this, out of your fantasy world and stuff like that, you were not able to reach what you want on your fantasy. So let's try to check about your present state, why it said so. So this is Justice, and then we have your Six of Sword, Two of Cups, Queen of Cups, Ten of Cups, One of Cup, and then we have your Four of Wand. We have the Emperor of Wand, the Moon, Hierophant, and then the Eight of Cups. Let's try to read this as your okay. So what it's saying in here is that you're feeling that this is the world, Z. So this is what I'm seeing right now because this is the reality. So out of my fantasy, that's why I'm dreaming about fantasies, because it will never happen in the real world. That's what you're saying. So you already um, saying to me and to the world, this is how it is. This is the reality. So all that I want in my fantasy will never come true. That's why I'm having it, dreaming about it. You're dreaming, you're awake, but you're dreaming. That's what it's saying here. And what's happening in here, because you really wanted the fantasy that you're creating on your mind, you're saying it here that that will never be happen, or that will never cross the bound between your reality and your fantasy. So makes you more depressed, makes you more keep longing about the fantasy that you want. So like an example, for you wanted to be rich, and you're just whenever you wake up on your reality, you're just living on a small space and dark place, and you wanted a place where you could have like sunshine or light on your life. That's what you want. But whenever you woke up, yeah, I'm only having this small space that I'm living now, which is very far from reality that I'm facing. And you see these people, also media has a big influence on you, on how you see them. Like, why are they just wasting their money out of nowhere? This thing sucks, this movie sucks. And then sometimes you're saying, hey, I'm better than them. I can, if I have this kind of money, kind of luck, then I can do better than them. I could even donate something. I can do good deeds. And why is it so unfair? You're saying here, why is it so unfair that I cannot get what I want? What's your realities? And also, whenever you think this scenario about you, that you should have this, you should have that, it creates like disharmony to the people around you. That's what I'm seeing here. Like, for example, you keep telling this also to your friends that if I have this, if I have that, then everything will be perfect. But whenever you also talk to your friends, or if not talk to your friends about these things, but whenever you see the reality that you wanted, the reality that you have right now, which is very far from what you wanted, it makes you more depressed, and at the same time it makes you more like longing for the dream that you want. And you could see how far your reality and dream that won't interconnect or won't come true as what you're seeing right now. And you're wondering, how could you have these things that those people around you, if not around you, or could also be those um, people on the media, because some of the people here, like, you will see, oh, they want something, then how come I'm here not winning anything, nothing happening, everything is moving to different places, moving different towns, but I'm still here at this village, I'm still here at where I am right now, and nothing's happening. They're moving there because it could happen, random stuff with you, or this is just an example anyway. So for some, if it's not like, if your dream is about having a complete family, having a complete relationship, having wealth and stuff like that, and that's not what's happening right now. So you're saying, Z, what's happening? Why can't I have this? Why can't I have that? So that this is your present state. Now, before we comment on that one, let's try to read your past state, because past and present intertwine with each other. So let's read on this one, Virgo. So we have your Six of Wands, the One of Pentacle, Nine of Sword, Knave of Cups, Lovers, Eight of Sword, Nine of Cups. We have the Hangman, the Priestess. We have the Knave of Pentacles, and then we have here the what do you call this one? The tip of my tongue. Sorry, it's been a long time since I read again. And this is the like a mage or the wizard. And then what we have here is that on the past, you're saying here that you were deprived of something that were supposed to be, should be given to you. For example, you were deprived of education. Probably your family could afford or could squeeze something out of their pocket to um, have you studied, and so that you could have a better life, if that's what you're thinking. And for some, because this is a general reading here, Virgo, it could also saying here that you were deprived of a father figure, a mother figure, an elder, those stuff. Or for some, it could also be that you were abused before, you were an orphan, and that's what I'm seeing here. And this been like a shackle for you that you cannot overcome. And that's why I keep saying that, um the past and the present is intertwined with each other, because you are having a psychological trauma on your past. That's why you've been fantasizing about your um, fantasy or a dream that you wanted to happen. But what you're saying here is that you've been deprived of something. It could be small thing, it could be a big thing for you, but this is what you were blaming about, that at back of your head you never knew that this, you think that this is a small issue, people will see this as a small issue, but you didn't know that it could also be a big impact on what's happening on your present state. So this is the reason why that uh, you've been thinking about uh, why why are they so fucking lucky? Why didn't I had them? Why didn't they give to me? Why didn't the world? And that's why there's anger. There's like a deprivation that's you're feeling right now, or even in your past, because past and present, as I said, intertwined. So this been a big shackle, or a big burden that happened to you, that you wanted to, and you wish that you could have. So now, what I'm going to do is try to combine them as based on the cards. So, Virgo, what's happening here is that um, who hasn't, the card is saying to you is that who hasn't has the past. So, say that, for example, for you, for some, you were lack of love because you're saying that your parents abandoned you, your parents are abusive, your parents is like that, yada yada yada. Now, come to saying here is that the target saying here is who hasn't or haven't had a tough life. You're not the only one who have this tough life. Other are worse. So thinking about that people also had it worse, then it means that, because what you're saying is you're having self pity, and what the card is saying is stop the self pity. Try to think of a ways that will uplift you. Try to think of the ways that is good and it's better. Who hasn't had a bad life, worse life, and stuff like that? Why do you need to compare things that you this she has that you don't have that, but what didn't they have? That's what you should be um try to think of, like, and you should always think of a happy things that happened to you, so that you could move on, because what you're happening in here, Virgo, is that you're not moving on the past. It's not, yeah, it's not your fault that happened to you, but you can not also blame that to all the people that who has that. They were just lucky enough that they have that, but you could also be lucky on yourself in a way that you're lucky of. You may not have, like, born rich for some, or if you're seeking for love, then you may not be able to reach that level of love. But at the same time, even if you haven't reached us on that kind of level where you were born into it, but at the same time, this was given to you for you to achieve. The target is believing that this is given to you for you to achieve a better happiness than those people who had it born with it, without the having to appreciate it. Once that the tarot believes that once that you reach on that level of happiness that you really wanted to achieve, then it will be at least, that's what I'm saying here, because it's giving me a sense of comfortability where you could treasure it more than others can do. because some, they were born into it, because it starts showing me pictures. Like some were born into it, that yeah, and I was born it, and then at the same time, when they didn't appreciate it as the way as you look at it right now, how you appreciate things, and they tend to, when they fall, it really be hard when they fall. For example, for from wealth to the poor, and then it's hard for them to adjust. Unlike when you were just middle or poor, then when you go to wealth, then there are things that you appreciate more. And if even if some people do fall, they would only not fall to their lowest, but they would be on the middle. For some of them or most of them, they would do so, and then they would try to create things that they would not be able to fall really below to the poorest. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with love, appreciation, friendship, that the tarot is saying here, as for the generator anyway, that you were given this kind of thing so that you could appreciate more. Now, we can no longer do anything about your past, because that's the past. That was, we are inborn to. But if you were going to die or suffer the same suffering and unhappiness that you're feeling right now in the future, because you were already, say, I was not happy on my past life, and then now it's your present state and your future, and then you're still saying that you're not happy, then it's not anymore the world's fault. It could also be blamed you. Now, why can't you create things that could lead you to happiness? Then, once that you think about how you create happiness for yourself, that you love yourself more and create more happiness to yourself and to others, then that will be in place, and then that will be saying here and prove to everyone that it's not you that's happy. I could happy on my own, you know. If you, I know that you get Virgo what we're trying to say here, or that are trying to say here. I hope that you could be able to watch the next video for the near future and future for you. See you soon. Bye bye.